Blackhawks fans, welcome to the newest edition of Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. I am Joe Vitali, and that is Skoks. Today we're talking Blackhawks all the time. And today was Tuesday, the 26th. That was day 2 of scrimmages. So yesterday, the 25th, Monday, also had a scrimmage. And Skoks took it all in, and he's going to give us the rundown. First, a little bit of news. Jason Dickinson didn't participate in day 2 today of scrimmages because of a maintenance day. So, this is just me, but don't really like to see that.
Yeah.
Me at least. I don't really like to see that. Taking maintenance days and games and scrimmages that don't matter matter even less to preseason games. So if you're missing preseason games because of whatever, uh, Thursday is the Blackhawks' first one, so
Yeah.
you'd much rather him miss a practice rather than a game. So we'll see what's going on Thursday, but the Hawks do have a plethora of bottom 6 players that they could plug into the center or left wing role, which is what Dickinson plays.
Mm-hmm.
So a giant loss, no, but I think Dickinson he had some nice chemistry last season with on that third line, I want to say, with
Mm-hmm.
Jujhar Khaira and Joey Anderson, I believe.
Yeah, man. And uh, Dickinson was just a solid player, right? For
Yeah.
that, when he came in towards the start of the season, sort of last year, but it seems like he could play 2 through 4, at certain situations, which is good, because he was a former first round pick, so he knows what it takes to play with skilled players in the top 6, and he's just a versatile player. Love it
Yeah,
from
I
Dickinson.
mainly remember him from
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, to be
Yeah.
honest,
Okay.
and he made some good plays there. But so yeah, no Jason Dickinson in scrimmage day 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Blackhawks also took their 2023 third rounder, Yuri Feltman,
Mm-hmm.
and sent him back to the Switzerland SCL Tigers, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
of the National League in Switzerland. 6'3" left shot centerman.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Good size. I want to say he played somewhere in the neighborhood of 41 games last season
Yeah.
and had like 35 points. So he's projected to play 44 games this season with 57 points, which is it's nice. We'll see how Elite Prospects projection model fills out, but nice to see that they're projecting growth in his game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, and I'm just going to assume this is, I don't know much about the National League. I was just reading up on it
Mm-hmm.
a little bit before we got on. So I'm going to assume that he is being loaned back to the Tigers because their season is getting underway
Mm-hmm.
and that he can participate and grow as a player rather than waste his time here at camp, where
Mm-hmm.
55 players on the training camp roster.
Yeah.
He's going to get buried. So
Mm-hmm.
when also the Hawks don't expect him to make that roster regardless.
Yeah.
So he's going to go develop, play against men in the National League, and good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then now we're going to get into the nitty gritty, into the substance of day 2 of the scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Skokes, take it away for us.
Yeah, man. So we talked on Sunday, day before the first scrimmage, but I guess I'll just touch on that really quick. An explosive day, right? For the top 2 youngsters that we do have on the current roster this year. Lucas Reichel was on the white team for Monday scrimmage, and Bedard was on the red team, and it's same teams, for Monday and Tuesday, so they could work with their line combos, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. Lucas Reichel 2 goals on Monday, Bedard 2 goals on Monday. I think Entwistle got one, but man, just highlighting, um, first scrimmage of the year, just right out of the gates, they're probably going 70%, right? 65, 70%, just getting in the flow of it. But great to see just burying the puck. Lucas Reichel put some pretty sick moves on the defenders for his second goal. I think, yeah, his second goal just danced through the defense, far side wrist shot on Camesso. Good
Oh, wow.
stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
He Reichel, he looks super confident, and he looks like a completely different player, completely different person. Like, even just his build, man. Like, he looks different. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, like when he came in, 2 years ago when he got, a few games, skinny kid, little light on his feet. Uh,
Yeah.
Last year, playing more in Rockford, then getting some experience with the Hawks. I think it shows him that he just needs to just get a little bigger, you know?
Physically mature.
Yeah,
Young. He's
yeah,
a young man. So,
yeah,
and, being in Chicago and just
yeah.
hosing beefs and Chicago dogs and
Mhm.
Maxwell streets.
Yeah, it's easy. It's
Deep dish, yeah,
easy.
it's easy.
Yeah,
So, a nice
yeah.
Chicago food summer, and I think he gained around like 18 pounds, I believe, is what
Right.
Charlie Romeliotis was saying. So
Mhm.
that's a lot of weight, and I assume it's in the muscle department. So
Yeah.
that's awesome for him.
Mhm.
Like you said, to be a little bit more stable on his
Yeah.
skates, and then a little bit more powerful in his strides, and
Mhm.
battling against guys in the defensive zone or taking faceoffs and whatnot.
Mhm.
You need that strength to complete those tasks. So it's looking really good that he had himself a nice Italian beef summer, and he's looking good in shape, scoring goals and weaving through the defense. And Drew
Mhm.
Comesso is probably our highest rated and
Mhm.
highest touted goalie prospect. So if he's scoring at will, borderline at will against Drew Comesso, that's just a really really great sign.
Mhm. Yeah. Great stuff from Lucas on Monday, right? Just burying the puck, and he did have a goal on today Tuesday. I think it was just the empty netter, but looked great the whole day. Bedard on Monday, 2 goals. Didn't get the first goal on camera, but Scott Powers has his second goal here. Um, it's just a one timer on the rush. I think it was like a 3-on-2. Taylor Hall and Donato coming down on the right side. Hall loses the puck. Donato picks it up, swings it over cross crease. Bedard wide open. That's what we want to see. Just
What you want to see.
yeah, just put the puck in the net. Not hard when you're wide open. Got to put it in there. Love to see it. Um, Great stuff. First scrimmage.
Yeah.
hmm Just moving on to Tuesday today. Um, a few guys that just stood out. We could go with the uh, rookie Marcel Marcel. Two
Ooh,
goals on the day. Um, he, I mean, when he's on the ice, you notice him. He's like 6'3", 6'4". I mean,
big boy.
he, yeah, and I think we covered it before. Like his build is, I mean, I don't know if I want to say like he's NHL ready, but AHL, he's definitely going to be comfortable this year, playing in Rockford. He's surprisingly, like, I don't want to say nifty, but he's good on his feet, you know,
Mhm.
and he's good with the puck because he's like, he's 6'3", 6'4", not really known for like the skill game, right? But I was impressed. Just seeing him on like a rush. I think it was his second goal on a 2-on-1, and he's flying down the right boards, and he just sends it far side, wrist shot on Drew Camesso, and that's great to see, man. Because we project him as like a depth center, whether it's third or fourth line. But hey, if he shows some of that skill, then being on like a third line down the line here, man, that's awesome. For Marcel Marcel.
And maybe if he's skilled enough and the coaches realize that, you can always throw him on like PP2
Right,
or maybe
right.
even like a PP1 just to overload it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe get him in like the net front role
Yeah.
just to take away the goalie's eyes or, you know, jam the defenseman, give him a couple, well-earned cross checks and
Mm-hmm.
go on from there. So and then, you've seen this recent success of in the NHL of
Yeah.
say a Vegas Golden Knight or the Tampa Bay Lightning. Their depth is just so much. So if you have a Marcel
Mm-hmm.
Marcel who could maybe play up in that top six role, but he's more of a
Mm-hmm.
middle six guy, I mean, what more can you
Yeah.
ask for when you're
Right.
creating a championship caliber team?
Yeah. And it's sort of like I don't like comparing it, but just like the role player, right? Um Not as like grimacing as like a Brian Bickle, back in the day, but similar build, similar style of play,
Interesting.
yeah, like scoring in the dirty areas, but his puck handle is 2-3 times better than Bickle,
Wow.
and um just to play that type of role. And I know Bickle was a winger, right? But great to see, man. Very impressed today with him.
Nice.
Two, yeah, 2 goals for Double A, Andreas Athanasiou.
Oh, rad.
Um, yeah, that line was buzzing. I thought he was going to put up a little hat trick there
Nice.
for us. I mean, he was flying. His first goal was it was like a backhander, little scuffle in front of the net. Kames was laying down on his stomach. Somehow forgot, just sputtering around. But
Nice little renaissance. It happens.
yeah, Double A just backhands it up, top shelf.
Nice.
Yeah, his second goal was also on the rush. It was a 3-on-2, and he's flying down the right board. Then he gets a pass over from might have been Reichel, might have been Khrushchev, but puts a really fancy move on Camesso. Big difference, going from the first scrimmage today on one rink, going from Mrazek and Soderblom, played very well today. Awesome. Made so many great saves. Thought the puck was going in the net, but somehow they kicked it out, But big difference in net for that second scrimmage, because you got young tendies there.
Yeah.
Uh, Stauber, Camesso, this is their big camp this year because last year we just didn't have that quality,
No.
you know. So they're really seeing it now. Great stuff from the goaltenders though. In the first scrimmage, Double A impressive. impressive on that second line there. The first line, Donato, Bedard, Taylor Hall, also buzzing. A goal or two. Bedard assisted on that also. Over to Donato, little cross crease, one timer, but Bedard was flying down the right boards, and I know that the clip is going like viral right now. It's on our profile here from, let's see who it's from, Scott Powers. Uh, just overpowers like Nolan Allen, you know, and it's not like Nolan Allen's gonna put him on his butt, you know. It's a scrimmage and people aren't hitting right now, so that's obviously it's a big difference, you know.
And they
Yeah,
ain't gonna hit Connor Bedard. I'll tell you that right
no,
now.
definitely not gonna
I
hit
think
him.
as soon as you do, I think you're off the team. So
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, so Bedard just muscled through him on the right boards, flying. It's a great clip. Scott Powers on here. Just muscles through, like way off balance, you know, and just keeps the puck on his stick, kicks it over to Donato, and that was it. Uh,
that's all she
good
wrote.
good stuff.
Biscuit in
It's
the
all
basket.
yeah, great pass, great commitment, man. I mean, the guy doesn't give up. I mean, he just doesn't quit, you know,
Yeah,
on a play, never gives up on a play.
nice.
Great to see.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I
Mhm.
like to see Connor Bedard because obviously he's a little bit smaller in stature, 5'9",
Yeah.
5'10". So like
Mhm.
him like absorbing contact and going through defenders or
Yeah.
just kind of finding his way through them.
Mhm.
I think it's really, really cool to see because, obviously, someone on an opposing team during a regular season game is going to take a run at him. But,
Oh, yeah.
still right now it's just, I got like the bumpers on per se. And, but the way that he can evade,
Mhm.
it's just really, it's cool to see. And
Yeah.
it's a very, Uh, the word is escaping me right now, but it's just good to
Yeah.
see that Bedard
Mhm.
is able to finesse his
Mhm.
way through the defense, and he won't be getting
Yeah.
killed and
No,
targeted
no.
like a Uri Slavkovsky was. Like
Yeah.
he was open.
That's
It
rough.
was open season on him last season. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. That was rough. There was one moment, even a few people like sitting next to me kind of like, noticed it too. Uh, Bedard came in to the ozone, right? Um, Probably like a 3-on-3, you know, situation, and he's like dancing in the middle, looking back and forth, like in traffic. I'm like, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work this week, next
Yeah,
week. That it's not gonna work,
it's never going to work.
Yeah, you're gonna get put on your butt there.
Yeah.
Um, just like looking for a little outlet pass. Gotta get
I
off
was
your
gonna
stick,
say you're
man.
gonna it's one one
Yeah,
thousand. It's gonna be two hits. You getting hit,
yeah,
you hitting the ice. So
yeah, yeah. But he'll be fine. It's just a little hiccup, because no one's hitting, so he's able to take advantage of that. I mean, hey, dance with the puck a little. Wyatt Kaiser also scored a like top shelf left side snipe. I think it was on a power play.
nice.
Yeah, great shot.
Man, he is
Uh,
really standing out. I've heard
yeah,
his name all over the place. All
hmm
the beat
yeah,
writers.
right. Kaiser also looked good today. Paired up with Seth Jones there
Yeah,
on the first line. Um, Kept up with the speed. He was responsible in the D zone. Love what I see from him, and man, he might stick all season. I don't know.
It's certainly looking that way.
Yeah, I mean, because I know we tried like Vlasic, Phillips, just like a rotation of guys with Jones, but man, Kaiser's really fitting in there. Start of camp and stuff like that. But we'll see with Kaiser. Yeah, just one observation, from these scrimmages and things I've seen from other people also. Kevin Korchinski. Um, what I wanted to see was him really take charge,
Yeah,
um, be
rightfully
responsible
so.
with, yeah, just be in control, right?
Yeah,
And I think what we've seen from him, um, it's a little juniorish, right? You know, where he's really just trying to overpower like the speed of the whole ice, right? Just like take charge, but um, he gets caught up a little too far, like on the rush, or let's say like he was a little fancy with some passes, cycling the puck around, and turnover like 2-on-2 back the other way or a 2-on-1, um, li- maybe more than once or twice, so multiple hiccups with it. It hasn't been a great camp for him right now, as of now.
hmm.
He could obviously turn it on in the preseason and look great, right? Maybe he will, but from what I've seen so far, man, he might just take a few games starting out here preseason, few regular season maybe, and I'm kind of getting the feeling that they might send him back down, and I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah,
Um, if you have to improve on more stuff, settle the puck down, which Coach Luke referenced like multiple times already. Like he has to settle down a bit,
hmm. Interesting.
you know, 'cause- yeah, because you're not playing against, you know, 18-year-olds
That's
anymore.
true.
Yeah, I mean it's the NHL, and you have to know your limits. And I think the quote Coach Luke had was like dialing it back, like know your limits, know your speed, because he's super fast player. But you got to know when to jump and when to stay, and little fancy at times. And that's cool, but when it's leading to like 4, 5, 6 turnovers,
Yeah, no,
uh,
it's
not
ain't
great,
gonna work.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see Corch in the preseason
Yeah, and
here.
if the Hawks had like solidified goaltenders that were
Mhm.
elite or
Yeah.
good, really good,
Hmm.
those turnovers, you're not going to worry about them too much because your goalie's going to bail you out. But when you got
Right.
Peter Mrazek and Arvid Soderblom, uh,
Different story.
it is a little bit different of a story. So maybe that's with Wyatt Kaiser having a strong camp.
Yeah.
Uh, you
Right.
know, it seems like maybe Korchinski might have gotten you know not replaced, but he
Hmm.
might have gotten bumped. And if that
Hmm.
means he's going back to the Seattle Thunderbirds Western Hockey League sooner,
Hmm.
maybe that isn't such a bad thing, and he can
Yeah.
over-ripen in the WHL, and then next year when he's 20, he'll be able
Hmm.
to stay with the Rockford Ice Hogs,
Right.
get
Right.
into games like that, and then maybe he takes like what an Adam Boquist or Henry Jokiharju should have done, and
Yeah.
be start out in Rockford,
Hmm.
get your bearings, see what type of intensity you have to play with, and that these guys do not play around. They are fighting
Hmm.
for roster spots and they need
Yeah.
to get there. And they're going to do anything they can in their power to do that. So, maybe Korchinski just needs to be around those type of players, that type of desperation, and that type of knowledge as well. And he'll pick it up, and then he'll get to the show, and he'll be the guy that we need him to be.
Yeah, and I agree with that completely. But maybe he does step up, and maybe he looks completely responsible. Both ends, not overshooting anything. On the rush, or he's not turning it over a lot, right? But we'll see. Yeah, I am totally cool with him going back down. I mean, he's only 19,
Right.
and you don't want to rush that kind of stuff, because we have seen what happens, and he's still an elite prospect.
No doubt.
Elite.
No doubt.
Yeah,
6
I
turnovers in a
mean,
scrimmage, in a own team
yeah,
scrimmage is not.
yeah, hmm yeah, and I mean, like, it's not the end of the world for Korchinski. It's just a scrimmage, but definitely good to see. Yeah. hmm Oh, did I drop out?
Lost Skoks, lost
We're good.
me. Okay,
Yeah.
now we're good. All right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. But yeah. That's pretty much it on Corch.
yeah,
Yeah. Basically, we'll see. We will see what happens here
yeah,
in the preseason. Yeah.
definitely. Just a reminder, Thursday, that'll be the 28th. That's going to be the Hawks' first preseason game,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
so we'll get to see some of these line pairings,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just see what the Blackhawks have in store for us in
Mm-hmm.
a competitive setting.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's preseason, and a lot of people in the hockey world have just been kind of poo-pooing almost the preseason. Like, oh, it doesn't matter at all. And
Mm-hmm.
the other night we were talking about how the Flames beat the Canucks 10-0. And it's
Yeah.
like I
It's
just found
rough.
out that the Calgary Flames had like a half NHL roster, and the Canucks were rolling like the Abbotsford Canucks. They weren't
Wow.
like they weren't rolling anyone important. So I mean,
Yeah.
still 10-0 in a game, you're getting blown out like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're not playing your starters, what does it matter? It doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I saw the highlights on there. I think Cadre uh, was in, uh, Huberto was in. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
little difference in talent
yeah,
there. Yeah,
Huberdeau had like two tucks,
yeah,
like, and it was like Matthew Coronado hat trick, and you're like, okay, well, Coronado,
right.
he's like, he's
Yeah,
being introduced to the team, but I mean, he's popping off. If
yeah,
you're lining up against Nazem Kadri against what, Dakota
hmm
Joshua, it's
right,
a little
right,
bit of a
right.
discrepancy, but
Yeah,
way of
um,
the road.
yeah. But Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, and I believe it's a home game.
Oh, rad.
So we'll be at the UC playing the, I think, St. Louis
Blues.
Blues.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Uh yeah, because I think the schedule was messed up.
Oh, okay.
Uh so yeah, so
Yeah,
we are playing the
Blues.
Blues on Thursday.
7:30 Central. It's on the
hmm
NHL Network, it says. Very cool.
Right. Yeah. And Saturday, it wasn't supposed to be on broadcast, Saturday's
Oh,
game,
okay.
but yeah, but I believe Jay Zawoski heard from the Wild media that they will be streaming the game
Oh,
on Saturday.
on their YouTube channel?
Uh, Probably something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Or maybe they do get a legit broadcast up for Saturday. So maybe it'll be like ESPN Plus or something like that.
Oh,
You
rad,
know?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
put the
So
broadcasters in preseason mode too.
yeah.
Get them ready for the
Yeah.
season.
Definitely. Even though ESPN Plus little rough
Little
on
rough.
their broadcast there, but we'll see. We'll see. Just pumped, that first game on Thursday there. Just to hear that anthem again.
Jimmy
Bedard's first
Jimmy
game.
Corns, Mr.
Yep.
Anthem himself.
Yep. Jimmy and Frank Pelico on the keys.
Gene Honda, right?
Yep. Yep.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
C is the place to be.
Pelico. Yeah. Pelico went to my high school, St. Pat's.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
That's
long,
rad.
long, long, long time
Yeah,
ago.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna guess that you guys didn't graduate with each other, but hey, that's just
yeah,
a
we didn't
guess.
cross paths there. Yeah, 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 we didn't sit at lunch the same
Yeah,
table.
right.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, pretty cool though. On the keys. Can't wait. Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm
Can't wait.
excited to see some games. That the Tom Curver's prospect showcase gave us
Hmm.
a little bit of a taste, but I mean,
Yeah.
that was a bunch of kids just playing pickup. So
Hmm.
not a lot of not really very serious. But
Yeah.
now we're gonna see you're gonna see your Seth Jones, Connor
Hmm.
Murphys, and Corey Perry in a Hawks jersey, kind of not sitting
Yeah.
right with me still, but that's okay. And you're going to see the boys in the Reds and
Hmm.
at the UC, the Madhouse on Madison. That's going to be a great
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
Hockey is finally
Yeah.
back.
Yep. Finally back. Really quick.
Okay.
I got a few clips of Bedard. After a scrimmage, he was just hanging out by himself. Uh, you know, he knows everyone's up there getting it on camera there.
Right.
Um, just fooling around, getting some shots on net. Pretty cool, man. Tossed a puck, uh, maybe one or two up for a few kids. Before heading off the ice there. Similar to Kaner, you got to treat the fans,
Of
man.
course. Always
Um,
got it.
yeah,
Fans eat first.
yeah. Fans are the team, we are the team. So cool from Bedard. Got a few clips there on our profile, and I believe I put up a short actually not too long ago with those, let's call them like exclusive post practice clips. You know, cool stuff, man. Yeah, just getting some shots on that. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And that's on our Twitter profile.
Yeah.
Chicago.
It's on the yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's Shy Blackhawks YT.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can find it there also. Yep.
Perfect. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I think that's going to wrap this episode of Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast up. I've been Joe Vitali, and that's been Skoks. Skoks, thanks for covering Chicago Blackhawks at the Fifth Third Arena, Scrimmages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And be out on the lookout for our all of our social media pages. We've got some great videos going up of said scrimmages. And thanks for watching, listening, and go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks.